Alex always felt like a shadow in his own life, a quiet observer paralyzed by self-doubt and the constant worry of not being enough. Every morning, he would wake up with the heavy burden of uncertainty, questioning his abilities and feeling overwhelmed by the judgments of others. Despite having dreams as vast as the horizon, Alex's internal dialogue was a relentless critic, convincing him that true confidence was a trait reserved for a lucky few. One rainy afternoon, while wandering through a small, tucked-away library, Alex stumbled upon an old, weathered book titled The 2,000-Year-Old Secret to Confidence. Intrigued by its promise and the faded inscription that hinted at the wisdom of ancient philosophers, he checked it out. Little did he know, this book would mark the beginning of a transformative journey. Learning that confidence is a skill. As Alex turned the fragile pages, he discovered that confidence wasn't something you were simply born with, it was a skill, honed over time through practice and self-reflection. The book explained that just as a musician practices scales or an athlete trains every day, building confidence requires small, deliberate actions. This revelation gave Alex hope. If confidence was a skill, then it was something he could learn. The enduring power of ancient wisdom. The ancient philosophers, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, had long ago discovered a simple truth. True confidence comes from mastering your inner world, not from the fleeting approval of others. Their timeless teachings suggested that the essence of confidence lies in focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. This ancient wisdom resonated with Alex, as he recognized how much of his energy was wasted on worrying about the uncontrollable, the opinions, outcomes, and past mistakes that haunted him daily. Inner mastery over outer approval. The book stressed a powerful idea. The secret to confidence is to rely on your inner validation rather than seeking constant reassurance from the outside world. Alex realized that every moment he spent chasing approval was a moment stolen from his own growth. The idea that inner mastery was the true source of strength was both liberating and challenging. It meant accepting that vulnerabilities were part of being human and that true power came from acknowledging them and still moving forward. No more pretending. For years, Alex had been trying to mask his insecurities with a facade of bravado, a desperate attempt to appear fearless. But the ancient text reminded him that confidence isn't about pretending to be something you're not, it's about being honest with yourself. Accepting his imperfections allowed him to lay a genuine foundation for growth. With this realization, Alex decided it was time to stop faking confidence and start building a real, unshakable trust in his abilities. Focusing on what you can control. One recurring theme in the book was the importance of focusing solely on what you can control. Alex began to see how much of his stress stemmed from worrying about outcomes that were beyond his reach, like other people's opinions or unforeseen events. By narrowing his focus to his own actions and decisions, he discovered a newfound sense of empowerment. He started asking himself each time self-doubt crept in, what is within my control right now? This simple shift allowed him to channel his energy into positive actions instead of endless worry. Letting go of external opinions. Over time, Alex began to see the liberating effect of releasing the need for external validation. Instead of measuring his worth by how others saw him, he started to trust his inner judgment. This wasn't easy, years of habit die hard, but with every small victory, the grip of external opinion loosened. Alex learned that the opinions of others were like passing shadows, fleeting and ultimately unimportant compared to the steady light of self-trust. Shifting inward. As Alex continued to explore the ancient philosophy, he realized that the key was to shift his focus inward. He spent more time in self-reflection, journaling his thoughts and experiences, and gradually building a clearer picture of who he was. This inner journey was as much about understanding his fears as it was about discovering his strengths. With each passing day, His inner dialogue became kinder and more supportive, a vital step in cultivating lasting confidence. Embracing failures as lessons. No transformation is without its setbacks. Alex faced moments of failure that could have shattered his newfound resolve. However, the wisdom of the ancients taught him to view every mistake as a lesson rather than a defeat. Each time he faltered, he paused to reflect on what the experience had taught him. This growth mindset allowed him to see failure not as an endpoint, but as a necessary step toward greater self-awareness and mastery. Acting despite fear. One of the most transformative lessons Alex learned was the importance of taking action despite feeling afraid. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, when all fears had magically disappeared, he began to move forward, even when his heart pounded with anxiety. With every action, however small, his confidence grew. He discovered that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the determination to act in spite of it. Cultivating a positive inner dialogue. Central to Alex's transformation was the cultivation of a positive inner dialogue. He began to challenge every negative thought with affirmations and constructive self-talk. Over time, his inner voice shifted from one of criticism to one of encouragement. This ongoing practice was crucial in reinforcing the belief that he was capable of overcoming challenges and that his worth was inherent, independent of external success. Building self-trust. As Alex practiced these new habits day by day, he built a foundation of self-trust. He started to believe in his ability to navigate challenges, no matter how daunting they appeared. This self-trust became the cornerstone of his confidence, empowering him to take risks and explore new opportunities without the paralyzing fear of failure. The importance of consistency. Alex's journey was not defined by grand, sporadic gestures but by the steady, consistent effort he put into his personal growth. He learned that true transformation comes from daily practice, whether it was through journaling, reflection, or simply reminding himself of his strengths. The cumulative effect of these small acts built an inner resilience that grew stronger with every passing day. Taking responsibility. A crucial turning point in Alex's journey was his decision to take full responsibility for his life. He stopped blaming circumstances or others for his setbacks and instead embraced the power of his own choices. This shift in mindset was liberating. It meant that every action, every decision, was an opportunity to steer his life in a direction that resonated with his true self. Ancient lessons for modern life. Alex soon discovered that the ancient lessons he was embracing were not just relics of the past, they were practical tools for modern life. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, the timeless advice to focus on what you can control and to trust in your own inner strength was more relevant than ever. These principles provided him with a clear framework to navigate the complexities of modern challenges. Resilience through focus. Finally, through all these practices, Alex developed a resilience rooted in focus. By continually centering his attention on the controllable aspects of his life, he built a mental fortitude that allowed him to bounce back from setbacks with greater ease. This resilience wasn't a temporary fix, it was a lasting change that empowered him to face future challenges with a calm, unwavering confidence. The transformation. Over months of diligent practice and reflection, Alex underwent a profound transformation. He no longer felt overshadowed by self-doubt. Instead, he stood tall, armed with the inner strength that comes from truly understanding and accepting oneself. His journey was a testament to the power of ancient wisdom, a reminder that true confidence isn't about hiding imperfections but embracing them and growing through each challenge. Today, Alex's life is a vivid example of what happens when you choose to focus on what you can control. His journey shows that while the path to confidence may be filled with obstacles, each step taken with intention and self-compassion builds a resilient inner foundation. The secret that had been preserved for over 2,000 years was not reserved for a select few, it was a universal truth, waiting to be discovered by anyone willing to look within. The ancient wisdom teaches us that confidence is not an elusive gift bestowed at birth but a craft that can be refined over time. By focusing on your actions, embracing failures as opportunities, and nurturing a positive inner dialogue, you can unlock the timeless secret to lasting confidence. Let Alex's journey inspire you to take that first step, trust in your potential, and build a life defined by unwavering self-belief. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe.